Chapter 10. La Burra. Uncle Shutdown. Summer 1977. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Gandhi. "What the hell are you doing?" Alex screamed. "Slurp?" I peeked at Alex sideways through the corner of my eye, fending off a baby donkey who was trying to get his share of sucking Mama's milk. I stopped sucking on Mama Donkey's tits and cleaned my mouth with the back of my hand. "I'm asking, what the hell are you doing? Why are you kicking the little donkey? What in God's name are you doing?" Alex asked again, wondering why I was hanging on to Mama Donkey's tits. We must have been 13 years old. Alex, his brother Chucho, Manuel and I had been hitchhiking for a couple of days now. We were going to Playa Azul, a beautiful beach town on the coast of Michoacán, 200 kilometers from Apatzingan, our hometown. Before the trip, though, I had asked my mom for permission. "That's a great idea," Uncle Isidro said when I asked if I could go to the beach. "It's time Elio learns how to survive." "I don't think so," said my mom. "Not without an adult, and definitely not camping out on the beach, and God knows where else." Soko, my mom, didn't like the idea of my learning vagabond bad habits. Freeze the story. The 70s were exciting times. This year, for example, I remember listening on the radio. "The first Apple computer has just been sold." What a weird name. What's a computer anyway? I had wondered. The radio announcer continued. "Computers are the way of the future. They will replace typewriters and telex." "Can you believe it?" The perky radio host kept on talking. "A computer is like a typewriter hooked to a TV. Computer operators will be able to type and see the writing on the TV screen. Writers will be able to edit the written word without wasting one single sheet of paper." I didn't believe that. I had to see it to believe it. How can you type anything on a TV screen? That's stupid, I thought. The radio announcer continued. "The U.S. space shuttle program just sent its first space station." Really? Americans are amazing. When they're not involved in wars, they are exploring the space, I thought. These were the 70s, a technology revolution era, a time where new inventions were created at the speed of light. So many gadgets, so many discoveries. Dear reader, you may be asking, what was I doing on my summer vacation? Well, I was not creating technology or thinking about the latest engineering marvels or learning about outer space events or going to summer school to recover lost school credits or helping around the house with chores or any other productive thing. Instead, here I was, sucking some Mama Donkey's tits. I wanted to travel. I wanted to discover. I wanted to have that same feeling that adventurers from around the world had. And this was my idea of doing it. Kids these days, old people used to say. "Relax, Soko. I'll make sure there's an adult with him. And I'll make sure he has money too," said my uncle, winking at me. Of course, my uncle was lying. He had dared me to invite my friends on an adventure of epic proportions. An adventure that only real men could take. What did that entail? It was simple. Take no money, no provisions, go out of town, to the beach in this case, and rough it for 2 weeks. Uncle had told me that this was part of my survival training. A lifetime training that was always fun, exciting, and dangerous. I loved it, especially when he would tell me that this was how great warriors were trained with diligence and discipline. This idea of training to be a warrior had always kept me obedient. I always listened to my uncle. In fact, memories of a violent incident just 2 years before came to my mind. My uncle had become a hero. He had been ambushed and shot more than 20 times. That incident was still fresh in my mind. Freeze the story. Doña Yayita, your son has been shot, your son has been shot, came a little kid running to my grandma. Don Isidro has been shot, Don Isidro has been shot, there's blood everywhere, blood everywhere. Oh my God, where is he? Grandma screamed in a panic. They just carried him into the emergency room, said the boisterous kid. They shot him in the face, in the body, all over, Senora. There's blood everywhere, Doña Yayita, blood everywhere. Stop saying that and just take me to him, said Yayita frantically, painfully moving about. Back in the 70s, in Apatzingan, the local hospital was a run-down 2-story building. It had been a hotel a few years back, but after a violent gun battle between federales and the mafia, the government had confiscated it and converted it into a hospital. The emergency room was about 10 by 10. No doors, no hospital beds or fancy instruments that you see nowadays. In fact, the emergency room had a lot of rooms in one big room, almost like a big barn converted into a hospital. The little rooms were divided by sheets hanging on to what looked like hanging lines for clothes. At any rate, I snuck through one of the side doors, which looked like one of those Wild West saloon entrance double doors. I then grabbed a milk crate and I put it upside down and peeked through the curtain. There he was. Uncle Isidro was laying there, blood dripping out of every part of his body and spilling on all sides of the bed. Did he just move? No way. There's no way. No way he's alive. Oh my God, is he dead? I thought, when I saw Uncle Isidro lying there, bullet-ridden, blood spilling. Nah, it has to be my imagination. A nurse and a doctor were trying to work in the inadequate makeshift environment, trying to stop the blood. He looked like he looked like a coladera. Holes everywhere. I wonder if he's hurting. That has to hurt. What the? I screamed and tumbled off the crate. I ran out of the hospital faster than a day laborer spends his paycheck on a Holy Friday. Uncle Isidro had just opened one eye. He had just looked at me and winked. He had winked at me with a smile. With a smile. He was alive. That morning, before the shooting, my uncle and some federales had been talking about and planning a stakeout. They were following a big-time drug lord and most wanted criminal. They knew he was in the highlands of Apatzingan, where outlaws had their lairs. They hid in caves and ravines. People used to call those highlands the place where eagles dared not go. Nobody was stupid enough to walk into those treacherous mountains. Somebody once had said that those mountains and hiding places looked like the ones in Afghanistan, whatever that was. The first mistake the federales and my uncle made was to split up. My uncle took one flank into the ravine and the federal agents took the other side. Uncle fell right into the ambush that was meant for everybody had they all gone together. He was shot over and over again and never saw it coming. Cops and bandits seem to be an eternal story. In Mexico, a lot of people join one side or the other. If they joined the bad guys, they did it because they were tired of the government. If they joined the good guys, they did it because they were tired of mafia making rules as they went. It was a vicious cycle, a broken system. For things to change, we have to have another revolution, Grandpa Indo used to say. He's alive, Grandma, he's alive. He just winked and smiled at me, I said. He's going to be okay, Grandma. People say Uncle Isidro cannot be killed. They say he's bigger than life. When Uncle left the hospital a few days later to continue healing his wounds at home, nobody could believe it. It was like he had died, fought death, and won. He was back. If my uncle influenced people before, this was it. Don Isidro had just become a legend. People said he was invincible. Not even bullets could stop him. He was more than my hero. He was a Spartan, mythic figure, a powerful Tarascan warrior. However, that was then. Right now, I thought, it was my turn to prove that I was tough. Improvise, adapt, survive, my uncle's suggestions. Back to my story. You've got to be kidding. We're not bringing donkeys with us, said Alex. How are we gonna do that? We can feed them. Besides, burros fart and shit all over the place. Why not? I asked matter-of-factly. We've got milk, and they can carry our stuff, and we can ride them. So we did. We took the donkeys with us. By nightfall on the second day, we finally arrived at the beach, set up camp, dug up some oysters from the sand. They were delicious with lime and salt. We then got mangoes and coconuts from the orchard on the other side of the river, about a mile up from camp. We were between the beach and a river, Playa Azul, a beautiful beach town in southwestern Mexico, overlooking the Pacific Ocean. It was a destination not only for national tourists, but also a lot of foreigners enjoyed this quaint and peaceful beach, where white sand met the blue and warm waters. Warm was the key word. People from around the world couldn't believe it. Water was warm at any time of the year. Being in this paradise beach wasn't enough. We got greedy and tried a plan. Wait, so you're saying we're going to get a week supply of coconuts and mangoes today? That sounds like a lot of work. A mile carrying cocos is too much, said Manuel. I didn't come to work. I came to vacation and relax. No way, espérate. We'll not carry them. We'll throw them in the river, and we'll swim downstream with them. It's easy. We'll move them through the water as easy as a shepherd moves a flock, said Chucho. He was smart that way. Chucho always had creative engineering ideas. So that's what we did. Most of the day anyway. Although it was a big process, we were enjoying it. Climbing trees, cutting coconuts, carrying them to the river, swimming downstream, then getting the merchandise off by our beach camp. Not bad, I thought. Not bad. We'll not only adapt and survive, but we'll also have plenty of food and time to play. But a thundering voice got me out of my thoughts. What in the name of hell are you guys doing? What are you little rats doing? The booming voice brought us back to reality. I was on top of a palm tree, in somebody's private coconut tree orchard. You may be asking where Alex, Chucho, and Manuel were. Well, my friends were running faster than a one-legged man running away from angry bees. I can see you, little bastard! I can see you! Don't you try to hide! Screamed the orchard owner, pointing his machete overhead, towards the top of the palm tree. He was a short man with a mustache so big, it looked like a big black bird spreading his wings. He was wearing a straw hat and a dirty white shirt. About 40 or 50 feet up in the palm tree, I was trying to hide behind and around the palm tree leaves. I knew Mr. Mustache was watching me, but I thought that if I were quiet, if I didn't move, maybe, just maybe, the guy wouldn't see me. I'll wait here for as long as I have to, you little rat, screamed the orchard owner. Stop! Stop eating my coconuts, I can see you! I had been up on the coconut tree for almost 3 hours now, and I was thirsty, so I cracked a coconut with my rusty hunting knife. That went on for a couple more hours. Between my drinking coconut water, taking a piss here and there, hiding in the palm tree leaves, and the orchard owner screaming and yelling until night fell. When the old man finally left, I climbed down carefully, crossed the river quietly, like a Navy SEAL escaping from behind enemy lines, so as not to make splashing sounds, and then I ran to camp. You assholes! You left me hanging! Assholes hanging! I screamed angrily at my friends. Calm down, you donkey tit sucker, you! Calm down and get yourself a coconut. or go suck on the donkey's tits, said Alex, laughing. What are you drinking? I asked Manuel. Can I have some? Manuel looked at me and smiled. I don't know. I don't think you're old enough. This drink is for tourists only. The drink was something similar to the Cuban drink mojito. I had tasted alcoholic beverages ever since I could remember. Drinking leftover beer and drinks at the adult parties was a poor Mexican kid sport. This drink took the prize, I thought. It was the perfect Mexican Riviera alcoholic combination. Slice open the top of the coconut. The tender meat one, not the hard meat. It has to be the tender one, said Manuel. Okay, now put some vodka, lime juice, a mint leaf, and sugar. Now you can drink it. Oh my God, I had never tasted a drink so smooth, so sweet, so dangerous. I was wrapped up in enjoying the magical drink when, ouch, ouch, screamed Chucho, burning a cigarette in the inside of his legs. What the hell are you doing, you masochistic son of a goat? Said Manuel. Stop burning yourself. I'm burning the pinchy ticks that I got from riding La Burra, said Chucho. I checked, and La Burra is full of ticks. Ouch, it hurts. The tick burning operation went on for a few hours. Everybody realized that we had ticks all over. Getting those things off our skin was hard. It was like trying to burn or get rid of a mole. That's how deep and entrenched in the skin ticks were. They become part of whatever living mammal they get to hang out with, and they suck blood like a hungry 1-year-old vampire. They are insatiable.
Colorado me llaman, soy señores de Michoacán. Ya hasta los más salidones al mirarme muchos se van. Traigo mi cuerpo una silla que es de cuero, plata y marfil. Al ciento para que entre en mí, que viva mi tierra Michoacán y deme charanda para brindar, que Juan Colorado ya está aquí, montado en su cuaco en huracán. Cuando me encuentro resuelto que de frente quiera pelear, con mi pistola y machete por mi suerte yo he de ganar. Que viva mi tierra Michoacán y deme charanda para brindar, que Juan Colorado ya se va, montado en su cuenco en huracán.